Smith had Oldsmobile, they blew them wire wheels. I took her home and she was advertised. He said she leaked, oh yeah, when it would rain. Sounded like an aeroplane, but I knew she was a jewel in the sky. She had a 455 rocket, biggest block alive. I couldn't hardly wait to take my turn. She was made for them straightway. Grew up hating Chevrolets. She's a rocket, she was made to burn. Well, whose junk pile piece of Chevelle is this? You boys come here to race or just kiss? You don't know what I got under my hood. I know she might sound like she's missing, but boy, that sure's teach you a lesson. In just a quarter mile, I'll smoke you good. In my 455 rocket, kinda police drive, I couldn't hardly wait to take my turn. She was made for the straightway. Grew up hating Chevrolet, but she's a rocket that was made to burn. Telling you I ain't ashamed. I cry when that record came. As we skid, I thought I heard the angels sing. Sounded like the Beach Boys. We hit the curb and began to sail. Took out my safety rail. Even the cop asked me, man, what do you got in that thing? I had a 455 rocket, very kind you drive. You ought to watch yourself when you take that turn. She was made for them straightway. Grew up hating Chevrolet. She's a rocket that's ready to burn. She had a 455 rocket, biggest block alive. I couldn't hardly wait to take my turn. She was made for the straightway. Grew up hating Chevrolet. She's a rocket that was ready to burn. In my 455 rocket, kinda police drive, I couldn't hardly wait to take my turn. Yeah, she was made for the straightway. Grew up hating Chevrolet. She's a rocket that was made to burn. I had a 455 rocket, very kind you drive. You ought to watch yourself when you take that turn. She was made for them old straightways. Grew up hating Chevrolets. She's she's a rocket. She was ready to burn. Oh yeah, she's a rocket. She was ready to burn. In my 4 rocket, she was ready to burn. Yeah, but she's a rocket. She was ready to burn. 455 rocket.